Well, breaking news coming in from Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, an army patrol was attacked at Aegis in North Kashmir's Bandipora area. 13 Rashtriya Rifles on high alert. In fact, this high alert was on the highway in Bandipora. This group is believed to be a Fedayeen group which has attacked this patrol of the Indian Army. Executive Editor Mithu Jain is now joining us for more on this story. Mithu, bring us up to speed with the latest. What are the operations that are going on, and what's the situation on the ground after this attack on the patrol party of 13 Rashtriya Rifles?
Well, of course, we're talking about the attack on the on the Bandipora Srinagar highway. But remember, this attack, one presumes, is keeping in mind the fact that there's going to be a complete shutdown tomorrow. At least that's what the HURRIYAT has called for. Remember, this shutdown has been called after the India Today sting operation. That's really led to a lot of unrest within the valley, and it's put a lot of people within the HURRIYAT in a difficulty. So at the moment, the first signs of this you can see is in the attack on the Bandipora Srinagar highway, and of course the patrol party of the army has been attacked. We do believe that the terrorists have escaped from that white car from which the shots were fired. Some amount of ammunition has been seized by the police. Of course, there's a search and cordon operation going on, but the bigger worry is going to be tomorrow as to what kind of an impact the India Today sting is going to be having.
Mithu, we're going to talk more about the India Today sting operation in just a moment. Just stay on with me. I'm going to come right back to you. In fact, in a massive India Today impact, the biggest ever crackdown on separatists in Kashmir, nearly 2 months after India Today exposed 3 top separatist leaders in Kashmir Rally for fueling unrest in the state by taking hawala money from Pakistan. HURRIYAT leaders Naeem Khan, Bitta Karate and 7 others were arrested by the National Investigation Agency. Of the 7, Karate was arrested in New Delhi, while the rest were arrested from Srinagar. The leaders will be produced at the NIA Special Court at Patiala House tomorrow for further proceedings. NIA has not ruled out further arrest in the case. Sources have told India Today NIA is likely to ask for 14 days police remand of all the accused. All right, so I'm now being joined by Mithu Jain, Executive Editor, and my colleague Anindya Banerjee, who is also joining us from the national capital. Mithu, coming to you first. This, of course, has created a massive impact, not only in the valley, but also across the country. Now, you had some inside details about all these individuals and the charges that they are going to face. Why don't you tell our viewers, in fact, about those exclusive details that you have accessed?
That's right. You know, what the specific information that we have is, going by the entire evidence that the NIA has pieced together, it does appear that SAS Gilani was really the fulcrum of all terror activities within the valley. 4 of his close aides, who are now in custody of the NIA, were actually the ones who were instigating violence, whether it is making hateful speeches, whether it is distributing money to the stone pelters, whether it is raising Pakistani ISI flags, etc., etc. It was Gilani and his henchmen. In fact, I would like to read out from a very interesting document that India Today has accessed, which talks about the role of one of the people who were involved in this, or rather who have been arrested, the guy called Fantoosh. The question is that what was really the role of Fantoosh? Now, it does appear, going by documents that we have accessed, that Fantoosh had a lot of property, not just in Srinagar, but in a place called Bhivandi, on the banks of the Tavi River, in Jammu as well. The interesting thing is, it does appear that this piece of land was given to Fantoosh, it appears, by state government agencies. That's what documents accessed by India Today reveal, that this land was given to him in lieu of the fact that he helped agencies bring down the unrest of 2010.
Okay.
So because he helped the state government in bringing down the unrest, there was a lot of unrest at that time, because of the Amarnath Yatra, etc. You would remember that. And of course, the stone pelting had just started right then. Right. He was helped. I mean, he was helped by the state agencies, and he was rewarded with a piece of land. The question is, whose side is Fantoosh and whose side is Gilani really on?
Absolutely. It seems like some sort of a double agent game that these people have been playing so far. Anindo is also joining us right now. Anindo, tomorrow is going to be a very crucial day as far as this entire case is concerned. Not only they are going to be produced at the Patiala House Court, we have also been told that a 14-day police remand is what is expected of that proceeding as well. Now, who are the others that the NIA is looking at, and is the NIA close to getting SAS Gilani himself?
Well, that is the next plan of action, what you are told, given to understand by persons within the National Investigative Agency, Ankit. Because we remember one thing, there are two very important people. Naeem Akhtar may be a big face in the Hurriyat, but it's not as important for NIA at this point of time. What's important for them is Aaj Akhtar and Altaf Pantu. Who is Altaf Pantu? He is the son-in-law of SAS Gilani. And who is Aaj Akhtar? He is a key man, a key conduit in the entire thing, at a very close age of SAS Gilani. They have been the front, they have been receiving all the money that has been coming through different routes, particularly via Delhi, and reaching them through business of dates, through business of dry fruits, business of spices, and those money used to reach to them and finally to SAS Gilani. So they'll be, once they start singing, that will be the happiest thing that NIA can think of. But for that, they need at least 14 days police custody, and that's what they'll be asking for once they'll be presented in the Patiala House Court tomorrow. Back to you.
Right. Anindo, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks also to Executive Editor Mitu Jain for joining us from Srinagar and giving us that perspective on this story. The National Investigation Agency carried out simultaneous raids in Srinagar and Delhi and arrested 7 separatists and Hurriyat leaders on charges as serious as waging war against India, raising and receiving funds from Pakistan, and conniving with terrorist organizations like Lashkar-e-Taiba, Hizbul Mujahideen and Dukhtaran-e-Millat to burn schools, pelt stones and also target security forces. Remember, India Today was the first channel to expose the ugly truth about the Hurriyat in the daring sting operation carried out by our sting team.
ये बताइए 2016 का जो अनरेस्ट रहा है, पूरे 5-6 महीने जो है आपका कार्डर भी उस अनरेस्ट में रहा है। हाँ। आप लोग शामिल
सब कर रहा है। कहाँ से? वहाँ से। अब मैं नाम नहीं लूँगा ना, पाकिस्तान से हैं।
जी?
अरे वो कहता है। और वो भी चाहते हैं यहाँ।
कहाँ, पाकिस्तान से?
अरे वो बोलता है, वो भी नहीं चाहते हैं कि यहाँ थोड़ा मोड़ा ये हालत है। ऐसा में।
On May 16, 2017, you heard this man Bitta Karate confess on India Today cameras that they got funds to fuel unrest in the Kashmir Valley from Pakistan.
गिलानी साहब किसके टच में पाकिस्तान में?
गिलानी की जमात इस्लामी वहाँ है और फिर एजेंसियां भी हैं।
हाफिज सईद के कोई टच में है? इनमें से कुछ?
गिलानी साहब थोड़ा सा रहा है, थोड़ा सा उनके साथ थोड़ा सा।
On the same day, we also showed you this man, Naeem Khan of the Hurriyat's Gilani faction, boasting on camera about the Hurriyat terror links. And now, after the explosive sting and extensive reportage, comes the mega breakthrough. The biggest ever crackdown on the villains of the valley. 7 separatists, including the exposed Bitta Karate and Naeem Khan, arrested by the National Investigation Agency. Among the arrested is also Altaf Fantush, Sayyid Ali Shah Gilani's son-in-law.
We have made 7 arrests today. 6 persons have been arrested in Srinagar, 1 in Delhi. We had been collecting information on these terror activities which were being funded from across the border, as well as this sting operation. So whatever information was collected, we had registered a PE, which was soon converted into a regular case, and then wide-ranging searches were conducted at Srinagar, Jammu.
The NIA used the India Today sting operation to build their case against the separatists. The charges against the separatists include criminal conspiracy, attempting to wage war, committing acts of terror, raising funds to fuel terror and unrest, and also being a part of terror groups. Arrested in Srinagar, the separatists were brought to Delhi to be produced in Patiala House Court on Tuesday.
और ये चलता रहेगा सिलसिला जब तक ये पूरा आतंकवाद या अलगाववाद इसमें हमें अंकुश लगाना ही पड़ेगा ये तब तक कार्रवाई चलती रहेगी.
One, I would congratulate your channel. I mean, it was a very constructive action taken by you and in the national interest. And this will also serve as vital evidence against these people who are in receipt of payoffs from Pakistan, from the ISI.
The backbone of the Hurriyat conference smashed by the India Today sting operation. And this is just the beginning. The NIA claims bigger fish, including Sayyid Ali Shah Gilani and Mirwais Umar Farooq, may not be out of the net for long.
The arrests which have been made have been made on the basis of evidence which has come on record.
Burning schools, fueling unrest, these separatists have for long held the valley hostage. Their fall has just begun. With Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu, Shujaul Haq, Ashutosh Mishra and Anandya Banerjee, Bureau Report, India Today.
India Today's Mission Iraq resonated in the highest corridors of power. The Indian government has been saying that the 39 Indians were being kept at Badush prison. Now, Iraqi Foreign Minister has countered Sushma Swaraj's claim. He says his government has no information on the Indians.
India Today's Mission Iraq. The first Indian TV crew to reach Ground Zero Mosul in search of the 39 missing Indians.
This is Badush prison. This is where, according to the intelligence India's External Affairs Minister has received, the 39 abducted Indians could possibly be. But that information is clearly absolutely incorrect.
Our ground report echoing in the highest corridors of power, even rocking Parliament. The government is under fire, accused of providing false information to relatives of the missing Indians.
They actually took responsibility for assuring the relatives that there was some hope. And, you know, giving hope to people without any basis is very, very sad.
ये भी हो सकता है कि उसमें जो थे लोग वो मर गए होंगे, गिरा दी गई है.
The Iraqi foreign minister visiting India dropped another bomb while speaking to India Today. If the Iraqi government has no information, how did Sushma Swaraj reassure the relatives of the missing Indians? The opposition and even the BJP's own allies are demanding answers. And the foreign minister is expected to make a statement in the Lok Sabha on Tuesday.
तो हम आपको इतना ही बताना चाहते हैं कि हर मुद्दे का, हर सवाल का जवाब सदन के अंदर मिलेगा.
Meanwhile, the Syrian government too denies any knowledge.
I don't have any official information if they are in Raqqa city, but definitely if they are there, our army will brought them safety and will surrender them for Indian government.
The government is now in the dock. Will Sushma Swaraj clarify who gave the government the information about missing Indians being lodged in Badush jail, which has turned out to be untrue? With Geeta Mohan, Supriya Bhardwaj and Ashok Singhal in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
The BMC apathy is claiming lives every single day in Mumbai. On Saturday, it was Kanchan Nath, and on Sunday, unfortunately, it was Jagrati Hogale. Jagrati was crushed to death by a truck after she fell from her bike, which got stuck in a pothole. In the last 4 days, several cases of civic apathy have hit Mumbaikars, who have just one question: when will BMC finally act?
She was one of India's most popular female bikers. She had driven through some of the toughest roads across the country. But it was a familiar city road that cost 35-year-old Jagruti Hogale her life. And it was all because of a deadly pothole. Jagruti was killed after she lost control of her bullet on the Mumbai-Palghar road. The tire of her bike got stuck in a pothole, because of which she fell down and was crushed by a truck.
पुलिस ने इस मामले को दर्ज किया है और जो ट्रक ड्राइवर है विनोद कुमार यादव इसको हिरासत में लिया है आगे का इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है
Jagruti's horrific death is another grim reminder of the crumbling roads of Maximum City and the maximum apathy of the civic authorities. But Jagruti is not the only victim of civic apathy. Just a few days ago, a woman was crushed to death after a coconut tree fell on her. Before that, a 39-year-old man died in Thane after a tree fell on him. Then a tree fell on a moving car, injuring 3 in Parel.
Hello everyone, today we will be checking the road situation and the pothole situation. Chalo. अरे मिल गया ये देखिए ओके ये एक्चुअली खड्डा नहीं है यहाँ पे चाय रखा हुआ है for the birds and for anybody जो भी पास में आता है.
Every monsoon, it's the same old story in Mumbai. And this time too, it's the raining woes. The BMC is not short of funds. It is said to be the richest civic body in India. Yet for Mumbaikars, stepping out of their homes means to be in caution. Bureau Report, India Today.
With that, it's a wrap on this bulletin. News and updates continue on India Today. I appreciate your company.